So I just want to share a few memories of 2022, and I'm just going to start off in January. So January, I titled this Hard Work Pays Off because I launched an NFT project and it went successful. We ended up selling out and it was a lot of work. Like throughout January, I still was grinding on the NFT project, but everything was starting to pay off from all the work that was going on in 2021. In February, I titled this Rewire. I ended up having a fallout with some of my business partners, flew back to America, saw my family, got to really kind of reset. And it was a really interesting month, a lot of inner looking within myself and my circle and people that I was around. March was all about habits and hobbies. I ended up flying back to Indonesia, got a new place, got into a good routine. I started posting consistently on Instagram, like 3 times a day on Instagram and TikTok, and on my personal page. There's a lot of posting. And I also started to play tennis, which was cool, and play basketball regularly with the friends. And I got a new camera too, the one I'm actually recording with. April was all about consistency. I started posting more than I've ever posted in my life on all platforms and on my personal page too. And I was doing it really consistently, right? And I was playing basketball consistently. I started to do new things with Blackish Travel. I was recording people doing like these interviews for travelers, and that was really cool. So titled that consistency, and I feel like that was one of those transformational months for me, where like I had to just stick my head down and didn't really do things other than work. And yeah, like I really enjoyed that time period, to be honest. May was more of the same. It was actually my anniversary month, so Chloe and I went out to Munduk Heaven Resort out in Indonesia. It was so beautiful, like one of those experiences I'll never forget. It's interesting because Indonesia is like a hot place, but that place was kind of cold, so that was pretty dope to get away. But I still was posting consistently the same thing in the previous month, and I feel like staying in that grind state, it was almost like a monk mode for me, and I got so much done in that time period. June was all about focus. I was editing every single day, posting every single day, staying consistent with learning my craft and recording every single day. Chloe's family came out to visit us. That was pretty cool too. Went to see some elephants and stuff like that. But yeah, it was cool to stay in that grind state. So I was staying there for those previous couple of months, 3 months now. I was just putting my head down and to see when it paid off a little later when I started to travel and stuff like that. July was all about implementing new systems. We got a new executive. Andrea came on board with Black Kids Travel, and we really started to implement new things because traveling was coming up soon. And this is actually when I left Bali for the first time in a long time. I went and visited family out in America, and I was getting ready to move out to Europe. August was all about change. Moved out to France, went all around Europe and France and stuff like that. So a lot of Chloe's friends, got to see her hometown and things like that. And it was a new environment. A lot of things changed. It was kind of difficult to stay consistent with work, but ended up doing it anyways. Put the head down, worked all the time in the house. We were either in the house, we explored, we had like a little explore day, and then we were in the house most of the time just working. So that was a cool time period too. So September was new direction. Ended up filming Chloe's retreat, which was really cool. Explored more of France and stuff like that. But yeah, I took a new direction when it came to BKT. I started posting different types of content, which was pretty cool. And I took French seriously also, because I really wanted to learn French, but being in France when nobody really speaks English, it kind of forces you to learn French anyway. So I started to really take that serious, and I haven't stopped since. October was all about action. We shot a documentary out in India and Guatemala. It was my first time in India and Guatemala, and it was literally amazing, and it was mind-blowing. I did a lot of first things. I got in a hot air balloon for the first time, which was cool too. That was like one of those things I always remember. And we zip lined in a city called Jodhpur, which was really dope. Like it was a long zip line, and it was like very unplanned, I guess you could say. So it was really spontaneous, and it was just like one of those memories that will stick with me, and every time I think about it, it makes me smile. So November, we came home. We're here in South Africa, moved here, and it's been more than what I expected it to be, and a lot more beautiful than I expected it to be, and I've been learning a lot, right? In November, it was my birthday. I went paragliding for the first time, which was dope. I found my company, Searchable Brain, which I'll be releasing more information later. And yeah, man, a lot of things happened in November. I feel like it was a lot of those wow moments in November of just seeing the beauty of Africa and like being able to really experience it for the first time and feeling like I don't want to leave. And I really haven't gotten that feeling many times in my life. Like when I first got to Bali, I was like, man, I really love this place. But when I got here, I was like, man, this is even on another level, which was cool. December, I call this preparation, getting ready. You know, we've been working and getting ready to launch my company in January, which is dope. My family came to visit. My mom and sisters were out here. This month was cool. Like so far, this month has been cool. I went on a safari for the first time, you know, that was dope to see like Simba out there in nature and, you know, to see a wild lion, not a lion that's been like in the zoo, you know, they got that killer instinct, that killer look inside of them. When I look back at 2022, the thing that really strikes and comes to my mind is just like patience, step-by-step growth, right? Because I think I really learned and I'm learning more and more, but it's all about that repetition, right? You got to do things consistently over time. It's all about the volume you put into the system. The volume plus time equals the result that we're looking for. And I feel like before I was trying to always find a cheat code to life, right? But like when you look at the nature of life, when you work out, right? When you do a whole bunch of reps, it takes a long time before your muscles get all big because it's the volume and the amount of times you do it plus the time and overtime you get better. Same with learning language, same with making money, same with everything, right? So I think that 22 was that, you know, it definitely helps you along your journey reflecting on the things you want to change. But just remember, put in the volume and put in the time and you're gonna get the result that you're looking for. So happy 2023, happy New Year's, merry whatever holidays to you and your family. Peace.